Alrighty, folks, we made it. We are one day away from the last day in 2021. And I kind of wanted to share with y'all kind of a mindset of where do we go from here? We've made all these changes and growth in our ministry, in our personal lives, spiritually, physically, mentally, all encompassing, but mainly for our media ministry. And where do we go from here? And that's what we're going to talk about now. Hey folks, AJaytheCEO here. It's your first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by. And on this channel, we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member by clicking one of the links down below. And I want to thank our newest Patreon supporters. That is Rhonda and Dane. Hey, thank you. So let's get into it, folks. I like to sit down and write my vision of where I would like to go in the coming year. I've shared that with y'all from a business standpoint, from a YouTube standpoint, from a personal standpoint. And I don't share it from a spiritual standpoint. I kind of want to keep that one private, but I do have goals and targets, or go back to what we always talk about, setting a destination for our GPS in our lives. That is what I've done. And I want to sit back and really have us all look at all the progress that we've done since January 1. I mean, I have so many of y'all who've reached out to say y'all were starting with a webcam, you were starting with an iPhone, you were starting with an iPad, and now you have a 5 PTZ camera install with an X32 A10 Mini Extreme. I mean, you got green screens, you got lights, you got fog machines, you got everything. And I mean, that's awesome. And that's great. And no matter what the progress that you have, I want all of y'all to take a moment and celebrate the growth that you have done. I mean, a lot of y'all have reached out to me and y'all were terrified about this, didn't know anything. And y'all are switching cameras and multicasting and doing all types of stuff, and just really proud of what y'all have done from when y'all have reached out. And then I want y'all to sit back, not from a high horse type of moment, but really look at the progress that you and your ministry have done, and how many people are now being impacted from everybody who used to just come into your building, and how effective and how far reaching now how many more people that you're reaching. But with that being said, we don't need to become complacent. We've climbed up this mountain and now we're on a plateau. It's not meant for us to stay here. It's meant for us to move on. So my question to you is, where do we go from here? What else can we do? I mean, yeah, we can sit here and talk about the new tech and new cameras and transporters and holodecks and all this other stuff that you can put inside your ministry, the metaverse and all that. We can talk about that. But my whole thing is set a goal, set a destination from each path and each facet of your ministry. I kind of want to give some suggestions to you. You can always make your own, but I want to share with y'all some of mine. So for my local media ministry, mainly because of me traveling more and reaching out and helping more people, like I'm not even going to be here all of the month of January, because I'm going to be in Chicago, leaving that next week. Then we're going to be in Florida, then Alabama. And I mean, just really thankful for that. But for me, one of my main goals is to make sure that I have thoroughly trained the people that are at my media ministry to where everything can run smoothly without me being there for an extended period of time. And I think all of us could really use some additional volunteers, some additional staff. So I highly encourage you, whether you want to use my videos or you make your own specific to your local ministry. We've done videos before where we talk about making an FAQ, taking a camera and recording yourself, doing everything and then documenting everything. We got some new video tools that we're doing reviews on that'll be coming out shortly that might help you with that. But build up your knowledge base for your local ministry so that when you do have more people come in for volunteers, they have materials to train. That's the same way with YouTube. Hey, what's the point of you being a one-hit wonder and you put out one great video and everybody loves it, and then they want to get some more of your content and you don't have any? That's the same thing. You could have some great content, training material in your ministry, but if you don't have anything else, where's everybody going to go? Take this time to document as much as you possibly can and start that FAQ, that knowledge base, so that when more people come in, they're trained. Because again, unless you want to be doing this until you're 125 years old, which I don't want to do, it's all about succession planning, which is item number 2 that I really think all of us need to focus on, is who are we training to replace us, so that when we step down, it can be handed over to somebody else. Make sure that, based on like my friend Jay Kyle's book talking about intergenerational synergy, church emergency, which I will have a link down below. Great read. Really recommend y'all check that out. But the thing is, we need to get all the generations involved. Look at your ministry right now, whether it's media or just ministries in general. Who is the next phase that's coming behind? Is the majority of your congregation 60 and older, 50 and older, 40 and older? It doesn't matter the age. Look back. Even if you have mainly 30-year-olds that are dominating and leading a bunch of ministries, they too need to have succession plans. We are not just forging forward. We need to be looking behind and seeing who we're training so that they can replace us. That's another thing that I really think that we need to focus on and really, really get locked down going into next year. Now, a third thing, honestly, I would think about doing is upping your content. We talked about it before. I had 2 videos where we recommended a total of 10 different ideas for your media ministries for new type of content. I highly recommend that you do that, because the currency on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, is influence and attention. What are we doing to get people's attention and hold that attention? A typical service where somebody's doing a lecture, that can only do but so much. The idea is we're not trying to reach one demographic. We're trying to reach, what they say, throw the net and make it wide so where we can reach multiple people. All right. So be creative. That's what I'm trying to do more on my channel as well, to show you different ideas that we can do to come up with different type of content, because all ministry doesn't have to be a lecture. It can be fun. It can be entertaining. That's why I'm excited about bringing back Bible trivia. And we're going to be going and sharing that with multiple other ministries, and then having an opportunity to bring these ministries together, which is what we focus on here. Now, if you like this type of content, folks, I really would appreciate a like down below. You'll be surprised. If I look over here at our reach and our engagement, 64.9% are not subscribed. So please, if you like this type of content, I appreciate a like and consider subscribing. You have no idea how much that really influences all of the people that you love and enjoy watching on YouTube. Doing that helps notify the YouTube algorithm to put these videos out in front of people, to suggest channels, to suggest videos to more people. And that's why I'm asking, not because it puts more money in my pocket. It's mainly so that this information can go and reach and help out more people. So again, thank you. So let's go on. What else we got going on? We could always can improve our tech. But let's go back to the beginning. What's the most important thing is your audio. Work on your audio, folks. I am working on that. If y'all have followed me for any period of time, audio was not my thing. And now we're installing mixers and complete sound systems. And I have learned, and there's still more stuff to learn. Always the student. You can always learn something new from somebody else, because you do not know everything. And I try and share that with you, to where right now I am getting ready to have a heart-to-heart talk with some folks in the media ministry as well as our music ministry, to share with them the importance of what we're putting out and some enhancements that we need to do, whether that's a balance of sound, Sometimes we just need to practice more how to hold a microphone. It's some things that you really don't want to do, but some things you just need to do. Also, what else can we do? Can we make it more interactive? Can we have audience mics? Can we have a mic to where it's available to where people don't have to touch it, because we still got some variants going around, and we want to say you want to bring people into the ministry, coming into the building, but you want to keep them safe. You want them an opportunity to talk. Hey, you could do something like that. Also, just tune your sound, making a different sound setup for the house as well as the live stream, and build a unique dynamic. We're going to be working on that as well, too. So that's some of my goals that I'm looking to do for training with y'all. And then we also have our video. Now, we can always talk about different cameras, upping the quality and all this other stuff. But more importantly, that is good to work on that, but also the production value of what we're putting out. And I got to be careful how I say this. Having just a static camera in the back is a good start. But again, we're talking about holding people's attention. That's the reason why we do different changes. And it's kind of funny I'm saying that. And most of the time I don't change my shot where I'm at. So that's more stuff that I'm working on as well, too. More dynamic zooms like this and like that and all this other things like that. But there are other things that we can do to up our production value, whether that's the angles that we're using, having some bokeh in the background, or just changing up a different shot, or just adding different dynamics, graphics, motion graphics, text, whatever to our video, because to hold people's attention, you engage as many senses as possible. That's why sometimes you might see some text on the screen in some upcoming videos that I'm doing that forces you to read, because now you're just not listening, you're looking, and because the change of what happened on the screen is making you look. But I mean, we can go into a bunch of stuff, and we're working on that as well too. And then also just realize from our production value also goes back to some of the things we mentioned. Offer different things. Use the stuff that we got, not just for Bible study, just not for service, typical service, Sunday service, Saturday service, Friday service, whatever day you got it, doesn't really matter. But offer and be open to what these tools are allowing us to do. You have a church meeting. How about you have one church meeting completely and 100% on Zoom? You know, and that reminds me, what we also need to do is don't leave anybody behind. Out of all the changes that you're suggesting in your ministry, your media ministry, how about proposing having either doing it in a video form or a training form that you train the other people in the congregation, so that other generations don't feel like they're being left behind because they're not understanding all this new technology that's changing on an hourly basis. So I know I've rambled a lot, but what I really want us to focus on is we've come a very long way from when all this stuff started. Some of y'all's media ministry, some of y'all didn't even have a media ministry, but now you do have one. The journey is not ended. We got to keep going. Don't stay on this plateau. We need to move forward. So I just want to throw some stuff out there, some food for thought to think about, where do we go from here? Because all of us have a place to where we can go. We're not meant to just stay here. We're meant to progress. If we're not moving forward, we're automatically going backwards. So that's about it. Hey, folks, I just want to thank y'all so much for everything y'all have done in this year with this channel. I am beyond thankful for all of the comments, the emails, the invites. I've traveled more this year with YouTube and helping y'all out than I have even when I used to work and I used to have to travel when I was an employee for a software company. I really appreciate this. And for me, where do I go from here is to provide more content to help y'all with your media ministry and whatever aspect that we possibly can. So thank you so much, folks. If you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. I want to thank my patrons and YouTube members. Thank you so much for all your support throughout the years. And you're helping me do this. The fact that I can literally not work a job and do this and dedicate 24/7, at least when my daughter's not here, 24/7 to help media ministries. I really appreciate that. And y'all are able, your gifts and the things that your support are allowing me to do that. And I just want to thank you so much for that. Their names have been going on the screen this entire time, and I just thank y'all. And if you want to become a supporter as well too, and you like the stuff that we're doing here, there's a link down below. You can go to patreon.com/AJaytheCEO, or you can click the join button down below on this video. No matter which way you pick, folks, you are helping us train media ministries all over the world. If I don't put out another video, I just want to say thank you so much. I hope y'all have a blessed new year, and not just a new year, but have a new you, a new ministry, and a new destination of where we're all going together in this whole media ministry thing. So thanks for watching, folks. This is AJ, and we will see you in the next video. Later.